for the squad to have another player off that injured list, and to be honest, more so for Luke himself. You know, he's had a roller coaster journey since probably 2009. When injuries, I think I've been into the hospital 3 times after he's had a near career-ending injury. You know, and testament to the guy, kind of the focus, the discipline, kind of that relentlessness for him to just keep coming back and getting himself fit again. And it's great to be playing a bit of footy with him, you know. He was on his own quite a bit. He had to go see different specialists about different things, and you know, it's when you're injured, you're kind of out of sync with the rest of the squad a little bit, because you know, obviously you're not doing the same training as them. You're on a very different training schedule, and it, at times can be a little bit lonely, I suppose. But testament to him, like he's come back. He's as giddy and as chirpy as ever, and it's great. You know, I would have thought at this stage, myself and him, we both got capped at the same time with Ireland. You know, went in the first Lions tour, and I thought we would have played a lot more footy at this stage together. And unfortunately we haven't. But it's great that, you know, I get another chance to play with a player of his calibre. Yeah, no better buckle than Lukey Fitz to get in there. He's, you know, I gave him a bit of stick. He was blowing hard a couple of times in training in the runarounds, and you know, because he's a player that looks for work. He won't just be standing out in the wing. He's always coming in to the line looking for work. You know, he's quite comfortable to play make as well. So I'm sure he's going to be making himself quite busy in the game. But hopefully I'll be able to sit down beside him after the game, satisfied with the outcome, and slag him off about how knackered looking he looks. I'm probably the last person they want to see, to be honest. But like, you know, rugby's is a game that can end very quickly. You know, you might think you're getting a contract at the end of the year, and you don't. You might get a career-ending injury and you're done. And you didn't plan to. You thought you were, you know, forming your life, for example. You know, you get shot down. So I think guys got to prepare for that side of the game. You know, you hope you put you have someone looking after your finances properly, or you have insurance. You know, the club will do, if you're injured, the club do everything they can to get you back playing, and will work with you, you know, to whatever level you want to go to get yourself back playing. You know, it's in everyone's interest. And yeah, I mean, an example is, I mean, even with Owen, with Chubbo, I mean, I don't know how long he was going after to try and get himself back, you know, and it's a brave decision for a guy when he does call it a day. But then someone like Lukey, who just, you know, he just had that focus of going to get through it, and stuck with it. Had a couple of setbacks along the way, but you know, he stuck with it, and stuck with the, you know, believed in what everyone around him in terms of different medical staff that were looking after him, believed in what they were saying to him, and you know, there's no better man to go away and have that focus to get himself right, and that's what he's done. We made, is it 5 or 6 changes? 5 changes from last week, so a couple of changes in there. But yeah, someone asked me, you know, is that a good thing, a bad thing? I'd like to be honest, it doesn't really matter, because at home they're At home they're a very proud side. We learned that last year. They came out the gates all guns blazing, and we got caught kind of watching a little bit and went 14 points behind very quickly. And we can't allow that to happen again. You know, it happened to us a little bit. It happened to us last week, you know, through our own errors, and we kind of got reminded this morning through some video work, and kind of showed us last year good and bad parts of it. And the yellow team running opposite to us today, really kind of repped the way they're going to play, and has kind of tested us this morning. And you know, I think we're in pretty good shape off the back of all that. got some pretty good ball carriers, especially in the back row. That seems to be given week in, week out now at this stage. And some pace out wide. We gotta watch the 10, Rennie. Pardon? Yeah, Rennie Palace. Yeah. He's a man that, if you don't respect him, he will take the space and attack the line. So we've got to respect that. But on the flip side of that, that does give space and time to people outside him, because you've got to respect that inside threat initially. So, I mean, he's a threat. The ball carriers, like last year, I think we kind of soaked a lot of tackles, missed one or two first up shots, let them offload ball, didn't flood the channels around the ball carrier when he went into contact, allowing them to get that flowing game, and then get it out wide to their pace off the back of those kind of mistakes. So we got to kind of look out for those, negate those kind of threats as well. It's not too, in my opinion, it's not too dissimilar from Wasp last week. Big ball carriers that get them into the game, and then they move it around, use their pace. And if you drift off them, if you don't respect the runners in their back, they're quick guys that can come off either foot and break through the line. So and that's what happened last year as well. So we gotta learn from that, learn from mistakes last week, and learn from last year. We are a massive challenge. In France, I think pinners are held up there with like soccer stars almost. Kind of like that Eric Cantona had. But they're going to bring the heat when it comes to the scrum, and we know that. We're prepped hard for it. We worked hard this week against the opposition pack this week, and the props and the hookers and Marco here were talking in the dark arts of front row play. Now I'm not even going to pretend like I know what they're talking about, but they have a plan together, and as a pack, we know we've got to bring it. That's not a switch off time. That's a man up time, to be honest. That's literally like draw a line in the sand and let's see where we go after that. We always have the belief, no matter where we go, be it home or away, that if we have that kind of internal focus on ourselves, kind of lay the foundation of the detail of job roles and what you have to do, that basic kind of foundation, and then just build on it in terms of your mentality, your mindset, ramping it up into the game of Brad Thorne used to say that we're like machines, that focus of knowing your job, going out doing your job, but then around your actions, like smashing guys at rucks, just running hard, square with the ball, your barrels beating their opposition guys into the space so you get quick ball, coming off the line, beating them in defence, getting them before they get to the game line every time, winning that battle of the game. Like I said there, when you draw a line in the sand, like with the ball you want to get over, without the ball you want to stop them getting over. That kind of mindset built on the foundation of knowing our detail, and when we're in that kind of focus, when we have that focus,